It gives me great pleasure to introduce the 2022 recipient of NAIT's Distinguished Alumni Award. Marni Panas is a two-time NAIT graduate and a tenacious diversity and inclusion advocate. Marni's commitment to creating safe, welcoming, and inclusive environments, especially for the 2S LGBTQIA+ population, has made an impact locally, provincially, and nationally, and speaks as to why she deserves this award. Marni, we are proud to call you a NAIT alumna and to honor you with this recognition.
First thing is I'm a parent to amazing boys, Alex and Andrew. Andrew in heaven and my boy Alex at home with me, and that is my passion, being a parent. First and foremost, everything I do is to hopefully make the world a better place for him to grow up in. And so that is Marni. I'm a runner, I'm a professional, I am a friend, I'm compassionate, I'm empathetic, I'm a whole bunch of things, a lot of adjectives that describe me, but first and foremost, I'm a proud parent. So I work for Alberta Health Services. I'm the program manager for diversity and inclusion, where my role is really about removing as many barriers as possible so people can bring their whole selves, whatever that whole self is, to their work environment, and for patients and families to be able to bring their whole self into their healthcare experience. I graduated from NAIT in 1991 with my first diploma, my business administration diploma. Started working right away in the field, providing payroll and human resources services to a school board. And then there was still that draw to go back into computers. So while working full time, I went back as an adult student and went to night school and got my second diploma in computer systems technology in 2003. And my connection to NAIT has never left me. Like, since that first open house in 1989, my education, my experience at NAIT has been a part of everything I've ever done professionally. With both my boys, when they were born, very sick and very tiny. My one son, Andrew, never did get to come home. And there's something about, holding your child as he takes his last few breaths in your arms that teaches you something about living life without regret. And both my boys in the hospital taught me so much about the value of living true, living authentically, and living without regret. And that has driven everything. I want my son to look up to me and be proud of who I am and proud of the person that he stands beside. And so my work again is about ensuring that he grows up in a world that is better than the one that I found. Living my life openly as a trans person and being very visible as a trans person, it's not easy. It comes at a great cost, and it feels like it's even impossible at times. But what that has done is taught me true, deep compassion for community, for the people around me, for our patients, for our families, for the communities that I live in and play in and interact with. And that sense of compassion and empathy is the foundation for all of my work. So, being open as a trans person has, I used to think that would be my biggest barrier. Being open as a trans person, living out loud, living proud has been my superpower. I've had such a privileged career at Alberta Health Services, where I get to work in deeply rooted systems things. And that's what I love. Like, we do a lot of education, and it's one thing to teach clinicians how to provide inclusive care. It's another to ensure that they have the tools and the means and the supports to be able to provide that inclusive care. One of the things I'm most proud of is our clinical information system that allows, patients to ensure that we're collecting, patient demographic information that really truly respects their identities, whether it is the name that they go by, their gender identity, even treating people with the organs that they have instead of making assumptions based on what a gender marker might say or not. And just knowing that when they go into a clinic or to a hospital, to be seen. Being asked to support the work of adding gender identity and gender expression to Canada's Human Rights Act. And then being invited by the Prime Minister to help support drafting the apology that he delivered in the House of Commons. And to know that we were part of that work to develop, to draft the language that went into that apology, being in the House of Commons, listening to Prime Minister Trudeau deliver that apology, and seeing the people who were in the gallery waiting a lifetime to hear the words that were said that we had a hand in helping draft was probably one of the most profound moments of my life. I am so proud of my education at NAIT. To look at all the people who have been listed as alumni of distinction in the past, to be included with such a list is such a profound privilege. I'm just so grateful and so proud because of the name that comes with it. NAIT is just such an incredible institution that I'm so proud to be associated with in such a profound way.